This guy at my work tried to scare me with, I just heard AI is going to take over everything next year. Everything you know is going to change. Yeah, he talks like that. Everything you know is going to change when AI is in charge. And I said, oh, good. I hope it hurries, because mankind has not done such a great job. And while I really was trying to just shut him down, I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I need to make a confession about how I got and send you off with a visual that I cannot stop laughing about. First, the confession. I had just recently made peace with the economy, the market, everything, the whole mess. I have finally stopped panic checking my 401k app and seeing the up and down and up and down. I had gotten sucked into the economic gloom and doom that is all around us. Eventually, I had to say, calm down to myself. Control what you can control, leave the rest to God, and just move on. Stop borrowing trouble, and stop checking your app every 10 seconds. So I calmed down, and as I said, I had made peace. I was good with the economy. I'll control what I can control. Things will go up and down. It will be fine. And then AI showed up, plastered all over my feed. Even here on YouTube, have you noticed it? Everywhere. AI taking over the world, changing the world economy, stealing your job. The headlines were dire. Changing the world by 2027. It's 2026. So with my recent need to worry about my retirement savings, and now AI was coming for the economy, coming for my retirement, coming for the world, I have to confess that I went down that rabbit hole. I started freaking out a little bit and started to feed into all of these clickbait things. I would say I went down the rabbit hole, not all the way though, just enough to start chewing my nails again. But then I started looking for some sanity, some reasoned arguments from people I trusted that talked about the issue in a way that wasn't clickbait. And I landed on a podcast by the Diary of a CEO with Mo Gawdat. I've heard him speak on various subjects on this podcast and on others, and he is smart, super smart, very measured, very well reasoned, and he's so calming to listen to. So I took it in. I listened to what he had to say. And in that episode, something clicked for me, a good click. And it all started with that stupid joke with my colleague. Because here's what Mr. Gawdat said that clicked with me, which is, I'm not scared of AI in a dark alley. I am scared of the humans behind AI. That's not an exact quote. If there's anything to be afraid of, it's the human factor. As always. Same old story, a new chapter, using a new tool. For us Gen Xers, every decade has handed us a new thing, many of which we did not want to deal with. Some are great. Internet, social media, smartphones, and now AI. And our response has basically been the same. So I guess we're doing this. That could probably be our Gen X motto. So I guess we're doing this. Something big changed, and every decade, we just handle it. With an attitude and with sarcasm, yeah. But we figured it out. At first, I was, as typical, very annoyed. And this is what was getting to me. Is like, are you kidding me? We have done everything we were supposed to do. We worked in high school forever. Then we worked, some of us went to college. We worked hard, we were loyal employees, probably the last generation that's going to stay around as long as we have in our place of employment. We saved money, we bought houses, we did all the things. And retire comfortably was supposed to come next. And then pensions started to disappear, housing got weird and healthcare got weird. And now when some of us can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel, finally see retirement on the horizon, AI comes along. Of course it does. Of course it does. And then I realized this is the most Gen X thing that has ever happened. And I know this character, which brings me to the thing that I've been giggling about since I thought of it. The original Godzilla wasn't just a monster, it was a metaphor. He represented the fears people had around nuclear technology, the power they didn't understand, the forces that got out of control because of human ambition. Sound familiar? Today, we have a different giant thing stomping through every conversation. AI. Some people think it's going to save us, and some people think it's going to destroy us. Most of us are somewhere here in the middle, just wondering if we have to know another stupid password. And here's where I landed. Gen X is not the frightened citizens of Tokyo in this story. We're Godzilla. Not sleek superhero Godzilla, not movie star Godzilla. I'm talking Godzilla with a dad bod. Reading glasses, coffee mug, and about 30 years of pent up, I am sick of this crap attitude. We keep getting knocked down, but we keep getting up. That's the whole bit. If Godzilla could talk, he would say, I could do this all day. Because our superpower was never technology or predicting what was coming. Our superpower is that we have been adapting our whole lives. And every time something has changed over the years, we've done the same three things. We complain about it, we learn it, and then we teach it to somebody else. That's the loop. That's always been the loop. And once I realized that, I'm not scared of AI anymore. I'm a little annoyed about some of the potential changes, but I am no longer scared of it because I've been doing this for 50 years. And here's the thing that Mo Gawdat said that actually inspired me and got me excited. In a world where AI is everywhere, human connection becomes the currency. Human connection becomes even more valuable. Authentic conversations, real relationships, and as far as social media, YouTube goes, real people willing to show up on camera with crow's feet and wobbly necks, just being authentically human. That's currency. You may notice that I am not interested in making my content look super sleek like AI, to look so perfect, or even editing to perfection. I'm trying to get better. But still, I kind of like that it's extremely human and extremely flawed. It shows that it's real. I am interested in showing up here as a real person and having interactions with real people about real topics, because that's what's going to matter more and more as this whole thing evolves. So it encouraged me to lean into this channel. And I believe even more strongly than I did that this channel, growing a community of people that will lean into each other to have these real conversations, is extremely, extremely important. Because technology is going to always change, but people are always going to need people. So here's where I landed after all of this. Pay attention to AI and learn it, experiment with it, and always stay curious. But do not underestimate ourselves, because we, Gen Xers, have been preparing for uncertainty our whole lives. We have survived decade after decade of plot twists. We have survived so many things that people didn't see coming. And we'll get through this too. So don't be afraid of the monster. We are the monster. We are Godzilla. Ticked off at all the disruption and chaos, stomping around, yelling at everyone to calm down and shut up. And Godzilla is always gonna win. Dad body or menopause body and all. I have enjoyed spending this time with you. Together, we're building a life we love. This is Gen X Missy. Until next time.